This next comic, she is the founder of the Cool Kids Comedy Club. Please give it up for Kayla Howard.
All right, thank you for that wonderful introduction. All right, so I want to go ahead and address the elephant in the room. I know what I'm dressed like, but I can assure you these are not my mother's clothing, and I am every bit of 25 plus 7. Now, I know that I'm getting older, right? I'm 32 now. I feel myself getting older. And so one thing that I did is I actually adopted a vegetarian lifestyle. Any vegetarians in the house tonight? Okay, all 6 of us are here. That is wonderful. So I adopted a vegetarian lifestyle, and I also, I'm a really healthy type of parent. My kids are too. So we were at the grocery store. I'm like, all right, let's switch it up. You guys eat healthy all the time. Let's go and get some chips. And so I asked my 7-year-old, I'm like, hey, what type of chips would you like? And he said, how about some Pringles? That's why you're single. I couldn't take that from him, So I told him, I said, all right, I got you. How about some Lay's? I hope adoption pays. It doesn't. I researched it. It doesn't pay. But I'm also, like I said, I'm getting older, so I started working out, and I am proud to announce that I have lost 11 pounds so far. Thank you. That same 7-year-old son of mine, he said, Mom, you still have a fat butt. So I'm proud to announce I lost an additional 45 pounds. Yeah, I got him right up out of there. Another way that I know that I'm getting older is I get excited about things like matching salt and pepper shakers, I get excited about non-stick pans that actually work. It's amazing, But I also know that I'm getting older because my doctor told me I needed glasses. Y'all, I didn't even see that coming. Man, I'm getting older. So as I mentioned earlier, I am a mom. I do have 4 little ones. And it's really cool because my 2 youngest kids actually want to be stand-up comedians, I'm like, oh, that's so cute. They're taking after their mother. And so I'm like, they told me they wanted to come up here and tell some jokes, and, much in front of a crowd like this. And so I'm like, go ahead, write some jokes, and then you can get on stage and you can tell them. So my 7-year-old was like, okay, Mom, and I want to go first. I'm like, great, this is wonderful. I'm so excited. And he gets up there and he says, you know why I hate Father's Day? And then the crowd said, why? Okay, so we're gonna kind of relive this moment. I want you to relive this moment with me. So I'm gonna ask the question, you're gonna say why, okay? So he said, you know why I hate Father's Day? And they said, why? He said, because my mommy hasn't found me a new one yet. This guy's a cold piece, right? I also know that I'm getting older because I'm growing hair in places that I did not know I could. So I remember my ex-boyfriend's son came up to me. He was like, Kayla, you have a mustache. And I'm like, oh, baby, that's just a shadow. That's not a mustache. And then he pointed to my chin hairs. I'm still picking up my self-esteem off the floor. These kids are crazy. So my household is very unique in that I speak to my kids in both English and in Spanish. And my kids don't listen in English or in Spanish, right? That tracks. So I knew I had to do something different when it was time for them to get their chores done because all they wanted to do was give me excuses. That's it. So they would tell me, Mommy, this is too hard. So I would tell them, don't stop, believe it. And they would magically find the strength to get their chores done. I'm like, these kids are impossible. So when they would say, Mommy, can't we just do this tomorrow? I would tell them, I don't want to wait for your life to be over. And they would get their chores done that day, of course. See, I know the parents can relate in here, just nothing but excuses. But my favorite one is when they say, Mom, I forgot what it was that you asked me to do. So I tell them, and I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away. And they magically remember what it was that I asked them to do. I've been Kayla. You've been amazing. Thank you so much, everyone.